Hey Spooniverse, thanks for tuning in to Mixology 101, where every Friday, myself, JD, an editor here at Spoon, and Anthony Caparelli, who's Director of Beverage Studies at the Institute of Culinary Education, awesome dude, will concoct some boozy beverages for you. And if you have any questions while we're doing what we're doing, making magic up here, just shoot them in the comments below and we'll answer them as we go along. So, what are we doing?
So, I guess this is segment 2 of Mixology 101, right? Okay, awesome. So, last week we did a drink with non-alcoholic apple cider, and apples are our theme for the month because of fall, and I promised every week we were going to get a little bit more alcoholic. So, this week we're going to do a drink with hard cider. And for those of you who aren't sure of what the difference is, basically you just take apple cider, regular non-alcoholic cider, and you add yeast. And yeast is this magic little fungus, actually, that eats sugar and excretes ethyl alcohol, which is the kind of alcohol that we drink, and it makes cider. So that's what we're going to use. Yeah, so this is less alcoholic than a spirit would be, like Applejack or Calvados, but there is alcohol in it. So a little bit more than beer. Cool? All right, so the drink we're going to make this week is a black adder, and that is cider and Guinness. So people may be familiar. Go ahead.
No.
Okay, you look like you had a question. Well, because when I say that, people are like, oh, I've had something like that. Yeah, most people have had something like that. And so it's actually a derivation of an older drink called a black velvet, which was sparkling wine and Guinness. So sometimes this is called a poor man's black velvet. But if you can get the two to layer, which is what we're going to try and do today, then it's actually called a black adder. Otherwise, they just call it a poor man's black velvet. And these drinks are called pousse cafes, just so that you know. Any layered drink is called a pousse cafe.
Oh,
so if you had
French.
a black and tan, if you had snake bites, any of those things, they're all called pousse cafes. Yeah, French.
All delicious things.
All delicious things. All right, so you ready to go?
So ready to
Awesome.
go.
So you want to always make these in nice tall glasses so that you can actually see the layered effect. And I'm going to start by putting the cider in first, because cider has more alcohol, and alcohol weighs more than water. So
and notice that little side pour.
Yeah, because I don't want foam, because I want the Guinness to sit nice on it. And if you notice, I'm going to put probably about 2/3 to 3/4 of the way cider, because the Guinness is going to kind of drop, and I want to at least get the bottom to be pure cider. Okay?
Totally.
So if the Guinness has less alcohol, it's going to float on whatever has more alcohol, and now we're going to layer it. Now, in the bar, we would use a bar spoon, but because this is for, just general viewers, I'm going to use a regular spoon. And the key here is you want to rest it on the rim and have the other end of the spoon touching the glass, and you want that spoon as close to the liquid as possible. You want it to not splash in. That's the whole key. All right, and when you pour, I want you to pour, you're going to do this next, as close to the back of the spoon as possible, because pouring out of a can, you get a lot of dribbles.
Right.
All right, so let's see if we can do this. I'm going to pour nice and gently. Now, Guinness in a can can be fussy, and it doesn't layer as well as Guinness that you're going to get draft. But if you can see, we are getting a nice little topping.
That color.
Yeah, of the Guinness. And as I'm pouring, I'm just pushing that spoon closer and closer to the top. And because I gave myself a nice base of cider, even if the Guinness falls in a little bit, I still get a beautiful layered effect. Yes?
That is sweet.
How do you like that?
So cool. All
right, so let me hold this up so that you guys can see. So we successfully made a black adder. Now, because I like to play with things, to me, I love doing this next little variation. I'm going to take some Chambord, which is black raspberry liqueur, and I'm just going to drizzle just a little bit. Now, this is a fairly traditional variation on the drink, but it's something that I always do, and I want you to just put just a little bit in there. Okay? And that will help pull the cider down just a little bit, but it's also going to sweeten the drink and add a little bit of berry flavor to it. Cool?
I feel like I'm in a much cooler chemistry class than high school.
All right, you want to do that as a shot?
Yes, okay.
All right, go ahead.
Let's do this.
Well, do you want to taste it first? Make sure it's something you want to drink.
It smells awesome.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
I like that. Usually cider is like too sweet for me, and I can't get involved with it more than 2 sips. But the Guinness balances it perfect, but the raspberry is like a little more flavor.
I love how you phrase that as if it was a relationship. That's fantastic. Okay.
Lifelong.
Okay, so you want to try?
Yes.
Good. So I'm going to get this out of the way and give you some room here.
All right, I'm doing the side pour.
Side pour.
No foam.
Yep. So a little trick when you're pouring beer, if you pour in the middle of the glass, you're going to get head, which is the foam, and if you pour down the side of the glass, you will not. So you can actually control the amount of foam that you get. Give yourself a little bit more, yeah. Good, perfect. Fantastic.
Okay.
And here's your spoon.
That was the easy part.
There you go.
All right.
Good. Now, if you want to make it a little easier, try and get your thumb here. I'll hold it for you.
Okay.
And then put your fingers on the glass. There you go.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
see what I mean? There you go. Right.
Totally.
Nice and stable. That's what you're looking for.
There we go.
Good. And pour towards the back of the spoon, nice and close to the spoon. Beautiful. Oh, that's fantastic. You're doing it.
All right.
You're doing it. I love it.
So cool.
And if you just pull that spoon up,
yeah, it's dipping
all
a
right,
little
there.
bit.
I know. So that's why if you have the fingers on the glass, you have a little bit more stability, and you can actually steer that spoon exactly where you want it to go. So keep pulling it up. Good, 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 good. Look at this. First time. Have you ever done this before?
Look, Ma, 2 hands.
All right. That's actually fabulous. I mean, that's like really, really
stop.
good. No, I'm not even kidding.
You're
Go
a great
ahead.
teacher, Anthony.
Thank you. Go ahead
Okay.
and put some Chambord in there.
A little splash.
Just a little bit. Done.
Boom.
Perfect. Now I get to taste. So first of all, look at that. I mean, that's just beautiful. And you're even getting a little bit of that Chambord color in there. Isn't that fabulous?
It's kind of got like a fade, a little
Yeah.
spectrum.
Yeah. All right. Let's see how we did. And it does smell great. Oh, that's perfect. That is fantastic.
Unreal.
Cheers.
To greatness.
And fall.
All right. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you next Friday at Mixology 101.